I'm Justin Wyatt. I'm from Blumpville, Tennessee. I have a 1992 Mitsubishi Mighty Max. I'm in negative camber, and my background is basically I have always lived and breathed mini trucks ever since I was 16 years old. What really got me into mini trucks was I always liked the lowrider stuff from about 12 or 13 years old, and I went to a car show with a friend of mine when I was about the age of 13. And it was just the wildest thing. I seen the trucks with the beds, with the jacuzzi beds and all these dump beds and all this crazy old school stuff, and I was like, man, I want to do that. The truck behind me is a 1992 Mitsubishi Mighty Max. I've had it since I was 16 years old, and it is 25 years as of February that I've owned the vehicle. It left my possession once. It's been featured 3 different ways, and I just love it. It's my truck. I've kept the truck under wraps. I am debuting it at the Mini Truck and Nationals show this year. Nobody's seen it. I've tried very hard just for my close friends and family to see it. And a lot has changed. We built a brand new bed on the truck. That was the biggest thing. We changed the color from black with a red stripe to all red now. We put the 95 front end on it, changed it over with a billet Phantom grille, and we redid most of the interior and made a bunch of different changes, brand new billet wheels, and I really think it looks like a different truck now. So I basically got rid of the old bed whenever I changed it, and I started off with a new one. We built a 1x1 bed floor, and then we sheet metaled it all, and we bead rolled it. We put the custom built tailgate on it that Jamie Tiffany built probably 15 years ago. That's the only reason I built a bed, to be honest with you. And we shaved all the moldings, and we did smooth roll pan, and I wanted to have factory taillights back, so it just changed the whole look from what it was the last 2 times I previously did it. So on the interior, originally it was done by David Korn in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I didn't want to do all red with a red truck. I wanted to change it up, so Jason McCracken went in and put black inserts from a Volkswagen, all in everything, and we added this new stereo. We put a new head unit in it, and he changed all the fabric over, and we went back in and re-sewed and fixed a lot of stuff just to make it tighter and make it look the way it needed to look. This time I am running a set of 18x7 Bond Speed sweeps that I ordered just for the truck. It's the first set of new billets I've ever had. I've always had somebody else's hand-me-downs, so I'm really excited to have something that's not mine and they hasn't been hit every pothole in the state, you know. But I've got some new wheels. The engine compartment is all painted. The front frame's painted. The engine's painted. It's got a custom built intake on it. There's a ton of modifications. If you can buy a performance part for a Mitsubishi, which is hard to do, I have it. When I repainted the truck this time, it's Audi Brilliant Red. It was done by Travis Goss over in Whitewood, Virginia. And the reason that I went red is because, to be honest with you, I love my interior and I did not want to redo the whole interior. And I thought, what's going to work best with red? Probably red. But I knew I was going to have to add some black into it and change it up to where everything looked the way it should. I just didn't want it to be overtoned and look like basically a murder scene. So the rear suspension and the notch and everything was built by, originally built by Josh Long at Wicked Customs in Nashville. Well, it was Laverne, but it's Nashville, Tennessee. It is the longest standing thing on this truck just because I've never had to do anything to the suspension on the truck. It's held up great. We changed the 4-link one time just because it needed to be longer bars, but other than that, that is like the signature of my truck. If you don't know, every time I've changed it, you know, whether it be colors or whatever, people look at me and they're like, wait a minute, I know this truck, but they can't remember. And they're like, wait a minute, did it used to be blue, or did it used to be black, or did it used to be something else? And I'm like, yeah, same truck. It's kind of the feature point, and nobody else has anything like it, so why change it? So when building the truck, there's been some instrumental players in helping me stay motivated and not give up. because I've been ready to give up quite a few times and get rid of it. You know, my dad has always been the key player. He's the detail guy. He's the one that makes me push harder to try to make things nicer than what they already are. You know, my wife has been a great support system. She never tells me no. She just tells me we'll figure it out. So, hence those new billet wheels. And might have had to sell a bass boat to get those, but you know, whatever. And you know, all my friends in Negative Camber, Jason McCracken, you know, is one of my, you know, he's my best friend. I've known him a long time. He's helped me out a ton. Jeremy Dickerson, that's the kid that I have to say kept me from losing it all, because I was ready to give up. And every time I was ready to give up, he came down here and just made me work on it, made me push, and told me that it was going to be worth it in the end. So thanks to Jeremy, I appreciate that. So after I debut the vehicle at Mini Nats, I am looking forward to going to Battle in Bama for my first year. Craig is a good friend of mine. I've never got to attend. I plan on just hitting shows this year, keep working on it. I want to repaint some suspension components and just keep making the truck better and adding changes to it, and just really focus on, you know, adding more detail to it and just enjoy it, drive it, because that's what they're built for. So if you want to follow me or learn more about my build, I will be posting pictures as soon as I debut the truck about all the details and everything that went into building it. Follow me online. It's Justin Wyatt on Facebook. And on Instagram, it's going to be NC Mitsu. And also follow Fair Enough Car and Truck Show on Instagram and Facebook, both of them, Fair Enough 2023 Car and Truck Show, September 30th. That'll be the show we put on this year, and there'll be some updates with the truck on there as well.
Thank you.